Hey everyone, today we're going to take a look at my wintertime microgreen setup. I've never grown them before. I'm going to be doing this down in the basement. I'm going to put them under lights but no heat, and I'm going to see how it's kind of like an experiment. So these are the containers I'm going to use. I'm going to be growing all the seeds in different containers, so I just want to do small amounts. I don't want to do a full flat because I don't know if they're going to do well in the chilly temperatures. There's the seeds, quite a bit of variety. I've got a couple of mixes, cress, shoots, sunflowers and peas and wheatgrass. Believe it or not, that a small amount there was $84. So it is chilly in here. 52 degrees with 45% humidity. But I'm going to give it a shot anyway. I'll be doing them in a soil-based mix, which is 50-50 Pro Mix and Johnny's 512. So these are just basic containers. I just took them and I drilled holes in everything. I think you can see the holes there, yes. And we'll just see how it goes. And I just wanted to show it to you before I got started. And I'll just keep tabs on it as the season progresses and see how well they do. So we'll see you then. Okay, all the seeds have been sown. These are the containers I ended up going with. I went with the more shallow of the containers because the microgreens don't really need that much soil to grow in. So everything's been marked, and I got the covers. I forgot to soak the seeds ahead of time, so I'm going to use my sprout grower to do that, and then I'll just add them in there once they've sprouted a little bit. So heading down to the basement, and hopefully they'll start growing. Okay, and here we are. We got the seeds sowed. I did turn the lights on just to show you what it will look out once they sprout, but I'm going to shut that back off because they do not want any light while they're in the sprouting stage. So this is also an experiment with lights. That's a T5 light, and that's just a regular shop light. We'll see which one works better. It is still 54 degrees in here. The only thing I will do is I will close off that light over there with the blanket. But other than that, I'm just going to leave the clear domes on them, and we'll just see what happens. Hey everyone, we're back again. Today is January 19th. The first installment was done on January 14th when I planted the microgreen seeds. And on the 17th I planted some shoots. Those are sunflower shoots on the left and peas and wheatgrass on the right. So everything's pretty much sprouted except for the Belle Isle cress and the burgundy amaranth. I only brought them up out of the basement to do the video. I tried to do it downstairs, but there's just not enough light. They've been under clear humidity domes in the darkness, and now that they've sprouted, I'll put the humidity domes back on, but I'll turn the artificial lights on. And these shoots here are part of the experiment. I'm just curious how much different they're going to grow. These are kept upstairs, unheated, in diffused window light, and these other ones are going to be kept downstairs under artificial lights in the soil. So I'm just curious what the difference of the growth rate is going to be. Anyway, it's just one big gigantic experiment, and I'm pretty happy with the results so far. Again, at least everything's sprouted, so I'll see you again shortly. Hey everyone, today is January 28th. I'm getting ready to harvest some of the microgreens, so I thought I'd do a quick update. I'm going to try doing the video down in the basement because the plants have grown enough that you shouldn't have any problem seeing them. I just raised the lights up a little bit so you could see. And this is the experiment I started on January 14th to see how well the greens would grow in a very cool basement under artificial lights. So we've got 43% humidity and 55 degrees, which is pretty much what it's been all along. Here's this is a spicy mix. I checked a minute ago and the root system is doing pretty good. And that's a mesclun mix, gemstone blend in the back, mild mix. Coming down here, we've the burgundy amaranth is taking a little bit long to get going, but it'll catch up. Here's two more lettuce mixes, Belle Isle cress. These are the shoots. Those are sunflower shoots, peas and wheatgrass. And this wheatgrass and peas are the ones that I grew simultaneously upstairs in the sprout grower. The wheatgrass, as you can see, did very well. The peas, not so much. They clearly prefer having a soil mix, so I'm probably going to abandon that experiment. And that wheatgrass I have to cut down because it's growing up into the lights, and I need the lights low for the rest of the plants. So all in all, everything did really well. I'll probably do one more update for the mesclans and the cresses, but other than that, the microgreens did really well. So I'll probably see you in another week or two. Hey everyone, today is February 4th. I want to do a final conclusion video to the experiment I started on January 14th. Maybe talk a little more about the lights and the water, and take a final look at the plants before they get harvested. So we've got 51% humidity and 55 degrees. These are the shoots, wheatgrass, sunflower, peas, more sunflower, wheatgrass and peas. And that wheatgrass was already harvested once, so it came right back. Some of the microgreens have already been harvested, but here's what we got left. This is the Belle Isle cress. It's finally started to come along. We've got 4 different mesclun mixes, and that's the burgundy amaranth that's still thinking about it, but I don't think it likes the cool temperatures. As far as lights, this is just a regular utility shop light from Lowe's at about $15. It takes 2 T8 bulbs. I used 1 cool blue and 1 warm red. They get turned on about 6 in the morning, and I shut them off about 6 at night. What I do with this one is I just spin the trays around in the morning. Since there's 2 different bulbs, it seems to work pretty good. I keep them about 3 inches above the plants. This light down here is a purpose-built grow light T5 fixture. It was considerably more expensive at $80, but it doesn't seem to have made too much of a difference, because since the microgreens grow so quickly, any kind of a light seems to work very well. As far as moisture goes, I just use a regular spray bottle. Since it is so cool down here, the plants don't seem to need too much water. So what I have found works just well is I just spray them just like this. If I spray the foliage, I do it in the morning just as you would in your garden. This way, by the end of the day, it has time to dry. And the warmer your basement is, the more water they're going to need. But all in all, it hasn't done very bad. And if you have a little bit of space in your basement and you want some fresh microgreens in the middle of winter, give it a shot. All you got to do is give them a little bit of light and they'll be fine. So hopefully that helped a little bit, and thanks for watching.